Greetings, everyone. By now, as you watch this video, you have seen the statement by the Department of Home Affairs, which says that the Minister of Home Affairs, Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, has extended the grace period of the holders of the Zimbabwe exemption permits from the 31st of December 2022 to the 30th of June 2023. We welcome this announcement by the Department of Home Affairs, and we want to thank the Minister of Home Affairs for granting this extension. We want to appeal to every holder of ZEP to apply as per the directive of the Cabinet of South Africa, which was taken on the 24th of June 2021. What we are going to do as the leadership is to try and get clarity from the Department of Home Affairs in respect to the issues around waiver application. Because according to the Immigration Act, the requirements are very clear on a person who's applying for a general work visa. It is also very clear for a person who's applying whether for a relative visa, a critical skills visa. But what we have noted from our members who are holders of ZEP is that the people that work as domestic workers and in other low-skill jobs, they seem to be struggling in terms of applying for a waiver. So we will try to get clarity from the Department of Home Affairs. We will be writing to the Director General, submit our own report in terms of what we are getting from our own members who are holders of ZEP and the challenges, so that there is clarity. But we have also said that every holder of a ZEP who might be having challenges in moving to another visa, to make a representation as directed by the Department of Home Affairs. There is an email address, the ZEP inquiries, which we have spoken about previously. So we urge you to make a representation. The second point that we want to raise is that, as you would know, that the Zimbabwe community in South Africa never approached the courts. We said from the onset that we will not go the legal route because we believe in the negotiating process, in negotiations, because we have understood that the granting of these special permits from 2010, it was through the process of appealing to the South African government, given the plight of Zimbabweans who are in South Africa. So, in its goodwill, the government of South Africa then granted special permits. Yes, it has come under attack and continues to come under attack for granting permits from some quotas, not from everyone, but from some quotas. We should not make the situation worse by having this entitlement mentality to an extent that we think it is our right to have these permits. I think we need to understand the challenges that the South African state is facing, and in particular the governing party, the African National Congress, on the question of migration. And we must appreciate and understand the influx of migrants and what it does to poor communities where people compete for little resources, resulting in the outbreaks of violence. So when we then resort to legal action, we come across as a people who do not appreciate the goodwill offered to us. There are many things that as Zimbabweans we should have done in terms of holding our own government to account, even taking them whether to international courts on a number of violations against the people of Zimbabwe. But we have not done so. While we understand that people have a democratic right to do whatever they want to do, but we still maintain, as the Zimbabwe community in South Africa, the leadership, that the court action is not the best route. And we are not talking from a legal point of view to say the court will dismiss or the court will grant. No. We are talking based on what is obtaining on the ground. Because the sentiments which then come from South Africans to say these people are actually taking our government to court, but they can't take their own government. It raises tensions in our communities. So it is our plea, well-considered plea for that matter, that we should not be going to the courts. But let us assist each holder of ZEP to make a representation to the Department of Home Affairs if they are unable to move. Our wish is that every ZEP holder who wants to remain in South Africa, because of course there are some who want to relocate, whether overseas or go back to Zimbabwe for one reason or another, if others have done before. But for those that want to remain in South Africa, is that we need to ensure that every person would have submitted their application by the 31st of December 2022. We note the extension to 30th of June 2023, but we think it is proper that we try our level best to submit applications by the 31st of December 2022, so that from January next year, the department will then be dealing with our submissions. Then he will simply be collecting. If maybe there is a rejection, we have time to appeal in case there is a rejection in your application. So it is advisable that by the 31st of December, all applications are submitted in the Department of Home Affairs, notwithstanding the extension, so that by January we then deal with the issue of the outcome which will be given to the holders of ZEP by the Department of Home Affairs. Third point that we want to raise, we have advised previously in videos that if you are a holder of ZEP, do not do something that is illegal. Do not pay anyone to stick a fake permit in your passport. Do not do such things. We came under fire, of course, from our own members. But look, we have to tell the truth as it is, because otherwise we will not be showing leadership if we simply keep quiet and not advise. We said do not pay any agent who says they are going to sort a permit for you outside the prescribed processes or procedures of applying for a permit, to an extent that you pay something like 10,000-15,000 rands and they have a fake permit in your passport. Can you imagine? Now that the extension has been granted, and you now have a fake permit in your passport. Can you imagine what it does? They will simply declare you undesirable. So we always give advice. And one of the challenges, of course, that some of us have is that we don't want to be led. There are other people that came to say you pay so much money for waivers and so forth. Have been going to Braamfontein, paying lots of money. We have not asked money from you as the leadership of the Zimbabwe community in South Africa. We are giving you advice because you gave us this mandate to be your leadership. And we appreciate the mandate you gave to us. And we must be honest in this mandate that you gave us. So desist from paying monies to people that will end up giving you fake things. As I'm moving to conclusion, as I was saying with the waivers, the clarity that we need to get is how does a domestic worker apply for a waiver? And we have not resolved this. And many are calling, no, I'm going to apply for a waiver, I'm a domestic worker. And said, wait a minute, what is it that you want them to waive? So part of our report to the Director General, we'll be asking him to give us clarity on this question so that we advise you to ensure that by the 31st of December, 2022, you'll have submitted your application. We will, of course, discuss some issues relating to critical skills visas. We are receiving information that some professional bodies are now charging large sums of money to holders of ZEP who want to move. So we will be doing that. We are just completing our research on that so that when we speak to those that are holders of critical skills, we will have proper information, and also to those that are running small business enterprise in terms of what should happen. We will include that in our report, and hope that the Director General, they are going to give us advice on what should be done. But otherwise, we appreciate, we thank the Department of Home Affairs for granting this 6 months extension from the 31st of December 2022. And we call on all holders of ZEP to apply as per the directive from the Department of Home Affairs. And we hope that those that have gone to court, like we have saying, is their democratic right. But if with our wish, we're going to ask them to withdraw their court cases, but it's out of our hands. It's out of our hands, but we only appeal to holders of ZEP not to pay money to law firms for the purposes of forcing government, whether to grant permanent residence status or whatever to holders of ZEP. Let us follow what the department has said and ensure that we submit the applications. That is, if you are a holder of a ZEP, you submit the application as per the directive. Otherwise, thank you so much. Have a great evening. When you see this video, maybe it will be during the day. I'm recording it in the evening, so this is what I'm saying. Have a great evening. Otherwise, goodbye. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And once again, thank you so much to everyone who has been subscribing. I will notice that some of you simply watch, you don't subscribe. So subscribe so that you don't miss out on the next video. Otherwise, have a great weekend. Goodbye.